So this 2-day symposium is being held in Odisha on 10th and 11th.
So millet has been consumed in Odisha right from the prehistoric time.
They traditionally eat a lot of millet and they make a lot of things with millet, starting from savory dishes to sweet dishes, even fermented beverages.
लाइफ रे तो बहुत चेंजेस है जोटा कि जहा कि हमको आज सीएम अभियान देइछि जोटा कि हम आज ए लेवल ले ठिया ही परिछु.
Millets, popularly known these days as superfood, was once considered to be lost in the oblivion. If I might be exaggerating, but certainly it was considered to be a forgotten food in our mainstream kitchens, in our commercial kitchens. But thanks to stellar initiatives like Shri Anna Abhijan, this lost, forgotten food, the traditional and the very indigenous crop is coming back to the forefront. I have with me Dr. Arvind Padhi sir, Principal Secretary, Department of Agriculture and Farmer Empowerment, who will be throwing some light on this initiative and how this initiative has brought this crop to the forefront. So thank you so much for giving us your valuable time. Speaking of millets, this ancient crop, this indigenous crop, how would you rate its significance in context of Odisha, national level, or even globally?
Thank you, Rohit, for talking about millets. And as you know, millets are, I would say, they are humble crops, and they are also heritage crops. But thanks to the initiatives of Shri Anna Abhijan in the national level as well as in our state Odisha, now it is again gaining acceptance and coming back to the farms of the farmers and also plates of the consumers. And we have taken a very conscious initiative on this in this direction. And we wish to promote millets primarily for three reasons. They are good for the farmers. In our state, millets are grown by the poor tribal smallholder farmers in Odisha. So if we promote millets, if we consume millets, a farmer in the last mile, a smallholder farmer in the last mile, he or she benefit. And millets are also good for the climate.
Yes.
Millets are the crops which are often termed as climate resilient. They do not consume much water. They do not utilize much of fertilizers. So by default, they are climate friendly. And they are also good for the consumers. So why consumers? Because they are gluten free, they are rich in micronutrients, which are good for from the consumer point of view.
So as mentioned by you, the vision seems very clear that popularizing the crop
Yes.
in the mainstream. Apart from that, but when we look at this whole initiative, in this run to popularize the crop, you have definitely made an impact, a very positive impact to thousands of lives in Odisha, directly, indirectly, self-help groups and a lot of people. There must have been a lot of challenges as well, and of course there are a lot of milestones. So would you like to shed some light on that?
Yes, I would like to give more details. Let me tell you that as I told you in the beginning, millets used to be cultivated by the farmers, but post Green Revolution, obviously crops like paddy and in other parts of the country, wheat, they dominated, and that had a brunt on the millets. So in our state also, the cultivation of millets, which used to be in large area, got reduced till the state government launched the Odisha Millets Mission, which we now call it as Shri Anna Abhijan. So in 2017, when the mission started, the area would be hardly 1.5 lakh hectares, and with a sustained effort of bringing back the millets into the farms of the farmers, the plots of the farmers and the plates of the consumers, now the area has almost doubled. With our package of practices and training and capacity building of the farmers, the productivity has gone up, and Odisha perhaps is one of the few states where we procure the marketable surplus of millets, namely the finger millet, as we call in Odia Mandia, through the TDCC FPOs. And in the long run, over the last few years, we also see a lot of consumer interest.
And when it comes to reaching out to the end user and to end customer, making them aware of these benefits, have you faced any particular challenge?
Yes, that's right. Of course, we had a very good design of our mission. We have a program secretariat which is run by an NGO called Vasan, and we have a knowledge secretariat which is run by the think tank of the state government, the NCDS. So from the beginning, we have given flexibility to the implementation mechanism. A district collector could change his or her design suiting to the context in the particular instance. We have given enough space for kind of implementing as per the need of the farmers. But the challenges remain is on the mainstreaming of millets, because they were in the menu of the consumers, but over the last many years in the post Green Revolution times, they have gone out of the place because of many policies.
How did it actually lose its relevance over a period of time?
In last 30-40 years, period of globalizations, social media, also people traveling to different countries, different places, you know. So people started testing out different kind of foods. Lot of food from outside started coming in. New generation, especially children as well as youth, now they have started, you know, adapting to this new food habit. So that is how slowly the original food is being forgotten.
We have involved the schools, we have involved the hotels, restaurant owners, caterers, everybody, all actors in the value chain, so that they realize the importance of the millets. And at least in Odisha, I would say that we have opened Millet Shakti cafes, millet tiffin centers across the state. So there is a growing consciousness about the usefulness of millets amongst the consumers, and that we are leveraging to our strengths.
But as a consumer, I will definitely want to give credit to the department for bringing the millet cafes to the forefront, because that way we got introduced to millet in a fabulous way. The popular fast foods were using millets as a base ingredient, and that kind of changed the whole scene.
सियन अभियान तरफ सपोर्ट मिली हमको IHM रे ट्रेनिंग दिया है सब सेति पे हम आज एदुर सब ट्रेनिंग पाई कि तारो हमें जेमिति हमें 60-40 जो हिसाब रे हमें करिवा कथा जोटा कि हमको सियन अभियान से सपोर्ट हमको मिली।
So not just creating recipes, there are a bunch of SOPs that have been shared by IHM to maintain consistency in the recipes. They have been trained in a particular way, and that brings consistency among all these outlets across the state.
Cities like urban cities like Cuttack, Bhubaneswar, Rourkela, Sambalpur, wherever we stay, it's a little difficult for them to accept it as it is. So one of the most easiest ways that we incorporate that is we make dishes which are kind of familiar to the urban crowd. So for example, we had done a Kodo millet wrap, which is like our take on a taco, like just like a taco but a soft shell taco. So we made a Kodo millet wrap.
Cafe रे आपनकर को गोटे कौन सा आइटम जोटा सबुठ पॉपुलर एठी हम कलिंग स्टेडियम रे जस्ट पिला माने आछंती स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन आछंती से माने को पर्टिकुलर आइटम को भलो पांती
पर्टिकुलर आइटम तो चाउमिन मिलेट चाउमिन टा बेसी पॉपुलर ता सहित हमर फॉक्सटेल मिलेट रो डोसा उत्तपम दहीवड़ा ये भी बहुत स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन जेहेतु से को हेल्दी खाइबा दरकार सेति पई कि हमर ए सब जिंस हॉट रे बहुत पॉपुलर.
And speaking of food, sir, your childhood, when you go back to your childhood, anything particular millet based recipe that happens to be your favorite that you have fond memories of?
Now of course I have been taking millet recipes. I walk the talk. I take the millet porridge, or we call mandia jau in Odia.
Yes.
But when I was a kid, my mother would offer it. Me and my sisters, we were literally, I would say, we were ignorant idiots. But mother would literally serve us with mandia jau that time. We would consume, but hesitatingly we would consume. Now when we realize the benefits, now not only we consume, we also advise others to take it in their menu. And from the department, the consumer awareness has been our main focus. And thanks that you are also acknowledging that this has gone to the masses. We have not only Millet Shakti cafes, we have millet tiffin centers. In our department, with the Honorable Deputy CM or at my level or any meetings, we serve millet snacks.
It was probably because you reached out to the people. So if the people can't come to the store, you reached out to them, and the millet cafes are spread across various cities at such crucial locations that it makes it very accessible. There is a build up to this upcoming international symposium on forgotten foods and millets. So what has been the goal with this international symposium?
So this 2-day symposium is being held in Odisha on 10th and 11th, where international participants would also be probably joining online and taking part in one of the technical sessions over the period of 2 days?
In fact, since 2022, we are celebrating 10th of November as the Mandya Divas or the Millet Divas in Odisha, and every year we are celebrating. And this year we are hosting an international symposium on millets or Sri Anna, and also we have included the forgotten foods. There are many crops and delicacies prepared from many such crops which are not known to the rest of the world. And Odisha is a hotspot of biodiversity in the agriculture sector. There are many field crops of which you find variants, ecotypes, the land races all across the state. So we want to harness that potential. We want to leverage that strength of our state of being an agriculturally heritage site. And we are inculcating that forgotten foods aspects also into the conference. And if I may say, the background was again the Honorable Prime Minister declaring 2023 as the International Year of Millets through the UN agencies, and that gave a fillip to our movement. And subsequently, I would also say that Koraput region of our state is declared by the UN FAO as the globally important agricultural heritage system site, and then we want to also discuss about them, how do we promote them, how do we reward the farmers who have conserved them over centuries. So this conference will be a very unique initiative by any state government across the country, wherein we are discussing about not only the Sri Anna or the millets, but also about the forgotten foods. And as I told, Odisha having a very huge, rich such legacy or heritage on the forgotten foods or the neglected crops or the underutilized species, we will discuss about them, and we will frame a policy framework which will take it to the next level.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your valuable time. I wish you and your entire team best of luck for the upcoming symposium and for all the initiatives that you are taking to popularize millets and the forgotten foods. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Rohit, for this opportunity, and it was wonderful talking to you. I wish, like you, many other people in the media also take it to the larger mass. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.